Hey guys, so in honor of me joining the top 5 Wednesday family, I'm doing sort of a catch-up video for what I've missed during this month. I'm only going to be doing one out of the two topics that has been released. And if you don't know, top 5 Wednesday is like a day or Wednesday where everybody who is participating in this releases a video according to the topic for that week. And I'll leave links to all the details down below, you know, everyone who's participating in it, and Lainey who is organising the thing, and if you want to join or anything, just contact her. But let's get on to it. So today I'm going to be doing my top 5 unread authors, and I had to think quite a lot about this. I could only think of 2 right at the top of my head, and then I had to do some research, had to look at my TBR list on Goodreads, and I have to admit I Google searched top 100 authors. Most of them were classics, so it didn't really help me that much, but I think I've narrowed it down. First up we have contemporary writer Haruki Murakami. I'm pretty sure that's how you pronounce it, and he's a Japanese author, and his books have sold millions of copies. I'm pretty sure he's a very, very popular author. Just the way that he writes, I've heard, is really sort of deep, and wise, and all that stuff. And here I have Kafka on the Shore, and I have borrowed Norwegian Wood from my cousin, and I've attempted to read it. I never finished it. I probably went in 10 pages. The writing wasn't sort of my thing. It felt kind of slow and plodding, but because of how good he sounds to me, like how much people rave about him, I think I need to give him another shot, and I need to, you know, just persevere, I guess. Like, if you're reading a book, I guess you have to persevere, but from what I've heard, he's apparently a really, really good author, and, you know, it's never harm done to try again, is it? Next up is also another raved about author, and it is Patrick Ness. And this is the first book in the Chaos Walking trilogy, The Knife of Never Letting Go. He also wrote More Than This, which was released last year, and The Monstrologist, I'm pretty sure that's what it's called. But I've heard a lot of things about him on BookTube, about this series, about More Than This. I am getting More Than This. It's been 2 months and it hasn't come yet. I'm a bit upset about that, but you know, let's move on. But the way that he writes apparently is really gripping, sort of captivating, and the world that he creates just is wonderful. That's what I've heard. At this point I feel like I'm missing out. I was really hesitant to sort of read his stuff, but you know what? I think it's time. I just think it's time to read this. So yeah, I had a phone call, and I have no idea where I'm up to. Next author is a classic author, and this is probably one of the most well-known authors of the time, and it is Jane Austen, and I have not 1 but 2 of her novels, and that is Pride and Prejudice and Emma. And I don't know why I haven't read any of her novels yet. There is no excuse to not have read her novels, because 1, I have a very beautiful hardcover copy of her novel, and 2, I had to study Pride and Prejudice in school and I didn't even finish reading it. It's pretty disappointing, Tracy. This is probably one of the novels that I never finished reading in high school, and I don't know why. I think it's because we studied the film a lot more, so I felt like we didn't even need to read it. Well, we studied the film and the TV series. So, but I'm definitely going to be reading this year, because my aim is to read a couple of classics my goal is to read a couple of classics this year, so this is on my list. Next up is Rick Riordan, I don't even know how to pronounce his surname, Percy Jackson and the Olympian series, or just in general every mythology series that he's come out with, but at the moment I have this one, and I think he's probably one of the most popular, or he's produced one of the most popular children's series, coming right after Harry Potter, I'm guessing. I really loved the Percy Jackson movies, even though people said it was really bad, so I'm guessing I'll enjoy the books a lot more. The way that and I really do want to read his other series, The Heroes of Olympus, I'm guessing, and yes, he is raved about a lot as well, especially on BookTube. So finally, I have time to read his works. And lastly is Brandon Sanderson, and he is a fantasy author who has written the Mistborn trilogy and Steelheart, which is also another series, and another series, I don't remember what the name's called, but I blame Reagan of Peru's Project on this. She absolutely loves him, everything that he has written, and everybody on BookTube has caught the Brandon Sanderson craze. So have I. The only thing I can think about when going to a bookstore is trying to find his books. That's really bad. I am going to be reading his novels sometime in the future, and I probably will start out with the Mistborn trilogy. I don't really read a lot of fantasy in terms of like epic fantasies. I do read a lot of supernatural stuff, but I am hoping that he is one author that I end up loving, because I really do trust Reagan's choices and you know, her favorites. So yeah. So that is all for today. Keep an eye out, because on Wednesday I will be coming back with a new top 5 Wednesday video. If you guys have, you know, read anything about these authors and think that I should read one of their books, please leave a recommendation down in the comments section below. But I'll see you guys soon. Bye!